All right, Jason Rona back here with a brand new vlog episode. We're here with Fred Reep. Last we were in the garage here, Fred, we talked about a list of events you had been to, I had been to, getting out there and running just about everything. We hinted at another trip we were on. You came back and you did Digger's Dungeon, the No Limit World Finals over there.
Yeah, Limit World Finals.
And tell us how that went.
Yeah, went awesome. Matt Stoltz, again, doing a great job. He did the 1-2 punch in retro, taking the wins there. Sonny Santucci, he's always on a mission. He did a great job. He swept first through third in the 2.2. And then the Pro Solid Axle Monster Truck, that's the cream of the crop there, the class there, took the first place spot. Ethan Saunders taking the 2, and then Matt Stoltz rounding it out in the 3rd. So really good results there for the JConcepts team. A bit of a long trek up there just to put on the show. And then we did a little thing with Dennis. We always bring Dennis a little gift when we go up there.
You got to see what Freestyle Fred and JConcepts has brought me this time. I love opening up gifts from these guys. Box out of the way. Boom! Look at that.
There we go.
That is awesome. That's a King Sling mega truck. The chrome version of it. It looks awesome, dude. I love it. I love the stand. So I guess that's your idea, right?
Yeah, Brian and Cliff in the back, we were trying to scramble. I wanted to get a display case for you, but they didn't have one quite big enough.
Right.
So I brought it to the guys, and we came up with this version for a stand, and Cliff welded it up, and Spectra Chrome Dan. We only did 5 of these with the chrome, so this is one of 5 that exists in the world right now, and we wanted to get one to you and make sure you had it.
That is cool. Well, thank you guys. Thank you very much. Fred, you're the bomb, dude. And thank JConcepts for creating King Sling, a replica of, and I'm back out in the mud world playing. This is what I primarily do now. I'm chasing a little series with Teeny Man with Bog Hog.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And they JConcepts as well as created a Bog Hog body.
Right.
So they're bringing the mega truck in the RC world to a brand new level. And thank you guys.
Yeah, well, thanks to this man here, because bringing the mega truck world, exposing it to the general public now, it's creating a whole new fan base and people.
Yes, it is, and I'm going to tell you, this year, everybody keep your eyes peeled because mega trucks is going to a new level. I'm on a tour. There's a TV series that's getting ready to start on Discovery Channel, so you guys have got to check it out. It's going to be good. It's going to be a mega truck world.
It's always a pleasure, getting to go out there and doing the racing out there on their property. Every year it seems like it's a little bit different, but a little bit of the same thing too. But this year it looked like they had a lot of trucks in the competition field. Having Matt there this year along with Sonny, because I think now Sonny's went back-to-back years. So moving on, we did a quick. You did a quick run back.
Yeah, quick.
And then you turned around and you made a trip up to the Bigfoot Open House in Pacific, Missouri. Something we look forward to going to. I've been for a few years now, and explain to us your trip and getting out there and setting up out at the Bigfoot shop.
Yeah, turned it around. Drove another 16 hours back up to Missouri. Bigfoot Open House. It's always a crowd pleaser. You gotta at least check it out for once on your bucket list.
Yeah, it's great because the last few years they've been incorporating the old school monster truck races, which is stage 1 to stage 2 monster trucks from the old days. They're out there competing, running a 2-car stack. Then there's sort of like a van split stack going on after that. And so on the RC track, we flipped over there. The Trigger King guys did, set up a little bit on Friday with, you were out there setting up our pits, and then, Bob C. Chandler and the Trigger King guys kind of got the track layout. A little confusing at first to look at it and try to figure out what was going to happen.
Yeah, it was just you lay down some strips and you gotta sit there and go through your mind and gotta go this way, gotta go that way. But yeah, they kind of map it out for you and you kind of get the feel for it after you're on it a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, it's first shot out, you're like, okay, so I line up over here and then I zigzag and drive around. But it was in the end, it was a really fun track. It was contained in a nice space, and we had a great crowd the whole time watching.
Yeah, there's always a crowd flowing through there. I don't know, upwards maybe 4,000 people this year. We got the ride truck staged up in the line there, so it's nice for the people. They can sit there and watch the RCs while they're waiting to get their ride.
Yeah, definitely one of the better spectator-friendly setups from that standpoint, and there's always a group of people watching.
Yeah, definitely.
So we went through retro, and we had Josh Rhodes did so well in the retro class. He won with his Bigfoot 4. Unfortunately, I was out in the first round right away. First guy out, me and Tad Goad. And
he drew a big gun there in the first round.
Yeah, we drew the big guns in the first round, and boom, we were out with our truck looking so pretty, and we're like, okay, back on the trailer. So, but anyway, they got in. It was a good racing bracket. Got into the finals. Bob C and Josh Rhodes, great race there. Then we got into the sport mod, which is definitely one of my favorite classes because it's a little more on the conservative power side. You still get the nicer handling truck, and we went out and had a good run with the NWO. You were helping me out getting that thing out there, and the racing happens fast, but the NWO truck was working good.
Yeah, it wasn't really a high power track at all. Just there was a lot of pebbles in there, and it wasn't to anybody's fault. That's just the cards that you were given there at that particular event. But yeah, NWO did a great job. Yeah,
that's what's kind of fun and unique about it is you got to look at the track and say, wow, we're running a little. It's going to be a little loose here today, getting through the 180s.
Yeah, it could be a little loose, and sometimes all the horsepower in the world is not going to help you. You got to manage that power, and that's what that truck can do. It's really consistent. You could be a little heavier on the trigger, and you're not going to get into trouble.
Yeah, and that little chicane we got there, you kind of come off the line and jump through that chicane, and fun track. Really, I really liked it, and trucks worked really well, and we had a lot of good competition with Chris Blank and the guys. He got into the finals there. He had a great run too.
Yeah, great run. Again, great group of guys out there with the Trigger Kings. They're good, and if you're an RC racer, you want to do these RC monster truck race, they're some good guys to check out.
Yeah, we got into the pro mod. We had the Summit Bigfoot 21, sort of the flipped paint job version that we ran this weekend. It was really the truck we rebodied that we ran at the World Finals in Orlando. We rebodied and got it back out there, and it worked well again.
Yeah, I think that was the black and green wrecking machine at one point, but yeah, flipped over to a Bigfoot for their event, and an awesome job there. Good driving.
Yeah, well, thanks. We got in a good final round there, and Brandon Scott was there, once again in the finals, and we had a nice little race. But I think, in the end, the Renegades tires again on that condition. We ran again in the blue compound because it was a little loose, and truck worked well.
Yeah, Brandon Scott, another heavy hitter. You got to watch him all the time if you're going to draw him in a final or any type of race. He's going to be trying to put you on a trailer, but you laid it down, and it was a good run.
Yeah. So kind of finishing up there in the event, we went into freestyle. And the freestyle was actually kind of fun, I thought, because rearranged the track. New obstacles again. A lot of people signed up for it, which sometimes guys are a little afraid to throw it out there in freestyle. And we went a little bit crazy and ran one of our show bodies.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That Dan Wyatt painted for us. Great looking body, but I felt like, hey, the best way to tell them that we really like this body is to actually use it in competition, and it'll show up in the video.
Yeah, if you could settle down and were quiet out there, I think you could hear him crying, but yeah, you kind of put on a good show for the fans. Didn't hurt it too bad, and at least he's got a nice little prize there from Dan Runty signing that thing. Yeah,
we went ahead and had Dan Runty sign it for him, and we'll send it back to him so he has that body. But I thought for sure, I was like, it'd be nice to get this truck in a video out there on the track in a competition, and then get it back to Dan, because we love the way that thing looks.
Yeah, now it has a couple more scratches.
Has a couple more scratches on it. One hit right away, just
one hit, that'll do it.
That'll do it. Then we had Tad ran a great run there in freestyle with the Zombie.
Yeah, the Zombie brought that one from the World Finals in Orlando.
I think right away too, he did this really nice transfer from one jump to another. And then
it was a cross up too. He actually crossed lanes into that, and it was pretty rad.
Yeah, he did a great job there and scored. He was highest score at that time. Basically, him and I and another driver, and then Bob C was last truck up, and He's really got those freestyle routines down with his chaos truck.
Yeah, I don't know if he's been doing some practice or not, but yeah, he's got a good little program done. You could actually see there's some flow to his program, so he's got it going.
Yeah, has a nice routine and not really any mistakes, fills the clock, and gets the nice big airs, the backflips, everything that you need to win those, and score good with the judges.
Yeah, those will win a freestyle. You got to keep it clean. If you can keep it on the tires, it's hard enough to do. I know from experience, but yeah, he did an awesome job.
So, like you said earlier, if you're going to do an event, plan early summer, it's definitely a great event to either try to compete in the RC race, but also just come and watch the open house.
Even spectate. It's free for people to come up and just show up. I mean, you have legends of Bigfoot drivers there. Coke Cobra was sneaking around there. We've seen a couple of videos of him running around. Jim Kramer. I mean, he stood up on that trailer and signed autographs all day long. That's just awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of great people out there to catch up with, and everywhere you turn, you're like, I think I know this guy, and so it was fun. Met a lot of cool people out there.
And even to say for Bob Chandler, I mean, the celebrity that he is, he's actually out there working and helping and talking to all the fans, and that's just a true awesome, a legend in the sport. Yeah,
great thing to be a part of, and just anywhere you turn, like I said, you're just bumping into somebody that that you want to talk to. So moving on, we did a trip. We packed up. You got her packed in tight in the van. We headed out to Champaign, Illinois, and we had really kind of two events there. We turned into almost three, where we had the HCP convention, which was Horizon Certified Partner Convention, and then we went out and did the RC Fest, which is also their event. And then in between, we kind of made a mini stop off at the Raminator shop.
Yeah, I went to go see the Hall Brothers. They were right around the corner, and it was great to see those guys, just rolling up on their property. Just made a couple calls, and boom, they're welcome right there, and checked out their place.
Yeah, I mean, we were able to get some of the new shirts that just came out. You picked up some collectibles, some memorabilia.
Yeah, you always got to pick some junk out there.
You got some good stuff, behind, whether it's fiberglass or anything that we could get that looked cool.
Yep.
Piston head, right? Good stuff going through. We got the autographs, some Mark. So we packed up and participated in the Horizons RC Fest, which we haven't done before.
Yeah.
This is another spectator level event now. I mean, between the Monster Jam World Finals, Bigfoot Open House, this Horizon RC Fest, we're at three different spectator level of events, running RC cars.
It was kind of neat to be out in the field where you could see some jets, airplanes. I mean, there was a lot going on. Very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like all day long they were definitely running a lot of the planes and the air type items, and I mean, there were some that would just start firing up, and right away you're just like, stop everything you're doing. What is going on? Yeah,
stop everything. You hear the whine of those real scaled down turbines, and that's really cool to see.
We're over on the monster truck track. No Limit guys set up a monster truck race out there.
Yeah, Joey and Heather made the trek out from Virginia. They've just had the World Finals there, so again, they put on some miles as well to hold the event for Horizon.
Yeah, we got it roped off. We got the dirt mounds in there, and they striped it up, and we started qualifying and racing. It turned out to be kind of a fun event out on the dirt.
Yeah, kind of a fun event. I was kind of mixed in between you and then helping Allison out there in the booth. Answering questions for the the fans and the people coming around looking at all these great bodies and stuff that we're doing. But yeah, you were kind of holding your own there on the dirt track.
Yeah, and so we're doing that, and then over on the off-road track, they had an 8-scale race going on where we had Cole Tyler Jones, and we got Tom Rennernick out there, and a lot of our racers, Austin Wick, and just Brian Mello, and so many guys that racing for JConcepts out on the 8-scale race. And then we had Cole Tollard winning them all.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great job for those guys. I kind of was the roving camera at the event, so we kind of went around and we got a few photos and videos of that, which was really cool. Lots of crawler stuff going on, and we even had a little fun in the mud. Yeah,
we went and got our, we just released the Crimson Dually wheels, and we put the truck together, and we're like, we want to run this in the mud. And, the motor setup and battery setup we had in the truck was a little, underwhelming, but the mud was fun. We we made a mess of the whole truck and everything, just making a couple runs, and we'll try to get a little bit of that in there so people could see just how dirty we got that thing.
Yeah, it took a 10 to 15 pound truck and made it 30 to 40 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, when you add that mud on there, and that was an actual competition they were having. They were having mud runs, and that's why we were able to kind of get in there and have a little fun. But they were actually having competitions in there.
Yeah, competitions. They had freestyle going on. Just a little bit of everything for everybody.
So, and like you said, we talked about the crawler course. The scale guys were there. It was pretty good turnout for them, and they were there pretty late, running in the lights.
Yeah, those scaler guys, it's super dedication there. I mean, they'll run to the wee hours of the morning. I personally can't do that, but yeah, it's cool. It's like nice to see guys that are that ambitious for their hobby.
Yeah, you throw the backpack on, and they're one wheeling it, and you can see them driving the truck around with one hand, and they got the backpack, and they got the drink in this hand, and the truck goes everywhere with them.
Yeah, it's just good times.
Horizon RC Fest, if there's anything in RC that you're interested in, I think this is the event to probably be at.
Yeah, make the trek out there, save the date, and go out and check this stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, this is something where, we talked to them early. I think they had right around 3,000 fans out there also, spectators and fans. And again, it's something that there's try-me tracks everywhere. Between the the boats you can try the RC cars, you can try a little bit of everything.
Yeah, try a little bit of everything. The drones, they have the airplanes. Just you can go out there and question of what you want to do as a hobby. You go out there, check it out, and I'm sure once you get your hands on something, you're gonna get hooked.
So that's it for the latest vlog episode.
Yeah,
and we'd like to thank everybody for joining us, and we'll see you again next time here in the JConcepts garage.